Hey, Fragrance family, I'm Daver.
I'm Jer! We're the Fragrance Bros! Yeah.
So before we start, the beard.
The beard!
Let's address it.
Come on!
It looks great.
Thanks, man. It's filling in. I think my sex factor, sex appeal has gone up at least 4%.
Yeah.
Like subprime mortgage amount at least.
Anyway, glad to have you on.
Yes. Happy to be here.
Yeah, had to have you on because we're going to do, of course, Pure Tonka, the latest from Thierry Mugler.
Yeah, man.
From the Amen line.
Mm-hmm. They won't quit, will they?
No, they won't. Which we'll talk about that too.
All right.
I also need to mention that we got this for review from Thierry Mugler. But you know, as usual, it won't affect our opinions at all. So let's get straight to it. Date introduced is 2016. It's classified as an Oriental fougere. Mm-hmm. Notes are vanilla, lavender, tonka, coffee, and patchouli. Okay, so what do you get out of longevity out of this?
Dude, this thing lasts forever on me. It's gonna happen.
Do it.
Beast mode! Seriously, I put it on at 6 a.m. and when I went to bed at like 11 p.m., still smelling. I mean, it wasn't like, you know, filling the room or whatever, but It was still getting it.
Man, on me it was a little bit less.
Okay.
I would say it was like in the just beginning the excellent range, so right around 10.
Okay.
For me, but I mean that's fine.
Yeah.
It also might be the projection, so which we'll talk about. Projection. What'd you get out of projection?
Dude. For me, at least the first like 4 or 5 hours, it was room filling.
Yeah.
It was big boom. I mean, it was really, really strong. I got multiple notices at work.
On me, it was just average. Like, I will say that right at the start, it was really powerful.
Yeah.
And I remember the first time I sprayed it, I sprayed one in my hand, and I was like, my gosh, it's loud.
Right.
When I wore it, it felt like, at first, like especially like the first hour, man, it was strong.
Yeah.
Really strong. But after that, it died down quite a bit.
Yeah, okay.
So for the most part, it was just in the average range.
Okay.
Season this is kind of a weird one because I think this works great for fall and winter, but also spring.
Yeah.
Especially in a cooler spring.
Kind of sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and especially that lavender too reminds me of that. But and I think this works best at nighttime.
Totally.
Purpose, I would say this is great for casual, and I think this also works really well for a date. All right, so what does this remind you of?
It reminds me a lot of, there is the Amen DNA, which
Hate that phrase.
let's table that for a minute.
Yeah.
But the Tonka bean and the lavender are pretty prominent. And when I first sprayed it, I was like, oh my God, this smells so much like something, but I couldn't place what it was. And it took my second wearing, and a few hours in, and you and I were talking, and I was like, oh my God, this smells like Rochas Man. And not right in the beginning, but about 6 hours in, when it's dried down a little bit, it smells a lot like Rochas Man or New Harlem, which is unsurprising.
Yeah.
That sweet lavender combo
vanilla.
coffee thing is the prominent notes in those.
Yeah.
It's not like a carbon copy.
Right.
But it's close enough to where the relationship is very noticeable to me.
Yeah.
So that smells a lot like that. It's really, to me, it's really, really sweet, like super, super sweet. And then sometimes I feel like it's kind of masculine more, and then sometimes I'm like it's kind of feminine more.
Okay.
I feel back and forth about it. It's kind of weird. I feel like my wife could wear it and be okay, or I could wear it. It feels pretty unisex.
Yeah. So Amen made another flanker, by the way. So yeah, they're not going to quit.
Yeah.
You know? And I really want them to maybe do this every other year instead of every year.
Yeah.
Because at this point, you know, there was so much negative hype just because it was an Amen flanker. And it's kind of hurting them at this point.
Yeah.
I did an unboxing video of this if you want to see like just the full presentation. It's like normal, but if you want to see that, get my first impressions on that too. It got a lot of views because a lot of people are really interested to see if it's any good. And I think this is good.
Yeah.
When I got the press release from Thierry Mugler, the only thing that they talked about were lavender and tonka. And that was it. But when you smell it, there's definitely the coffee note in there, and there's definitely patchouli in there, and other places list vanilla. So you definitely have like the Amen shape with lavender and tonka.
Yeah.
And you're right. I mean, once you said that, I was like, wow, it really does remind me of Rochas Man and New Harlem. It's not as maple syrup-like as New Harlem.
Right. It's more Rochas Man.
Yeah.
The lavender prominence.
Yeah. I need to smell them back to back because I haven't smelled Rochas Man in a long time.
Yeah.
But it does remind me kind of like that. I would say this is better than Rochas Man, definitely.
I'd say that too.
And because I think it's bolder than that. It's a hard comparison to New Harlem.
Yeah.
Because that one has a really cool maple syrup note in there, but I really hate the lavender in that.
Yeah.
And this one, the lavender is in there, but it seems like it's toned back some.
Okay.
I also smell other things in there that aren't listed. Like I really smell coconut in there.
Okay.
I smell cinnamon or licorice in there. Kind of one of those two. It's got like a spicy note in there.
Okay. Yeah.
And maybe it's just that the accords just kind of make it smell like that, and I'm smelling like the ninja notes.
Yes.
I don't know. It has something in there that is deeper than just what they say are listed in the notes. As I mentioned before, there was so many people that were just already pre-hating this fragrance,
right?
Saying, they've done it again. They made another stupid flanker. This is going to be pure, and all this kind of stuff.
What is that?
And I totally get that. Some people were saying that they thought it might be kind of a clone of Tonka Imperial or even Fève Délicieuse by Dior. It's none of those things.
Yeah.
The Tonka in there kind of does remind me of Fève Délicieuse, but only that one aspect, because it is a very rich, bold, almost roasted type of smell that they're adding in here.
Yeah.
When I first smelled this, I really thought this really works well within the Thierry Mugler line, because it has, the Amen base.
Yeah.
And then it has whatever they're putting on top. But it really sits in a good place there. I mean, I really think that it fits really well there. It's just that I was hoping that it wasn't going to be pure Tonka. I was hoping if they're going to do something pure let it be something better than pure Tonka.
Yeah.
Overall, though, I think it's really good.
It differentiates itself enough from the other ones to be different, I guess, and it does a good job of it. Like, I wasn't a big fan of the pure wood differentiation, but this one I like.
Yeah.
But come on, man. Have an original thought.
Yeah. And like how many times have we said they could make a gold mine off some of their already introduced IPs with fragrances, like especially Mugler Cologne. If they made an Alien Pour Homme, which they never have.
Yeah.
So they have a treasure trove of things that they could do, and they just haven't done it. They just want to continue on this. Another interesting note, in the press release that I got, they mentioned that the last Amen flanker was pure wood, and it wasn't. It was Ultra Zest was the last one. So they're not acknowledging Ultra Zest as part of the pure line, which is interesting. So I don't know what they're going to do. I don't know if they're going to do an Ultra line and just do a sub-flanker line now.
Oh!
I don't know.
Spin off the spin off? Yeah. Come on.
As far as flankers go, pure Tonka sits, to me, kind of in between the taste of fragrance and pure wood. It has kind of a almost coconutty, almost woody nature of pure wood, and it has the almost, it goes almost spicy like taste of fragrance. So it kind of sits somewhere in the middle of those. If you like either of those, I think you'll like this. If you like lavender, if you like Tonka, I think that's really good. One of my fears was that this was just going to be a mall scent and from Tonka and lavender, but it's not.
No.
I think it's better than that. Like some of the Amen line, I think this really fits well because it's bold and it's ballsy. Like when I smell it, I really think it's a bold fragrance. It's masculine to me anyway, and it smells richer than the price that you're getting, I think, here. I really appreciate the boldness that they put in the fragrance because you don't always get those with designer level fragrances. Usually they're more on the safe side. And this takes kind of a formula that you find a lot in really neutered male mall fragrances and really puts balls back into it, and I like that. Okay, so what about compliments with this? What'd you get?
Yes, a lot of compliments on this one.
Okay.
My wife really, really liked it.
Oh, cool.
Very much so. She likes all the Amen ones anyway, so it's unsurprising. But she said it smelled really, really rich and really strong, and she really liked it. But I also got other people noticing me throughout the office. It was just really leaving like a big cloud. But everyone seemed to like it, so.
Cool.
Yeah.
My wife thought it was just okay. I didn't really get much attention outside of that, but she thought it was okay. It has something in there that she just doesn't like. Like I smell coconut, she doesn't like coconut. She's not a big huge vanilla fan.
Nope.
She doesn't like licorice. So those type of notes in there that I smelled, she could pick up on, and she didn't like it. So
doomed from the start.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's no love potion number 9 or anything. But so bang for buck, this is $90 for 100 ml on Thierry Mugler's website. I believe it's only on their website right now. I don't think it's in retail stores yet.
Okay.
Overall, great value for what you're getting. It's the standard value for Thierry Mugler, and I think that's really good.
Yeah, and it lasts, at least on me, a long dang time. So.
Yeah. So final rating, what do you give this?
I'm going to give it a 4 out of 5. It's not like perfect,
yeah,
but it's really a good iteration on the formula. if we're gonna do pure something, they did a good job with it.
Yeah.
You know, I like Tonka bean a lot, and yeah, good execution.
Yeah, I'm gonna go 4 out of 5 as well. It really surprised me. I was hoping that it wasn't gonna be bad, and it's not bad, and it's better than I thought it was gonna be. Pleasant, very pleasant surprise.
Yeah.
And I like how bold it is, as I said, and it's not something that I might reach for a whole lot.
Yeah.
But I really like it. So that's all we have. Let us know if you've tried Pure Tonka. Do you like it, love it, hate it? Let us know. Of course, if you haven't already, please like and subscribe down below. We'll love you for it. We'll see you next time with the Fragrance Bros. Bye.
Bye.
Puts balls back into it, and I like that.
What?
Pure Tonka. We're bringing the balls back.
Yeah.